Hello, everyone. Welcome back to EasySpeak Daily. I'm so happy you're here with us today. Wherever you are in the world, we're really glad you joined us for another episode.
Hey there! Great to see you all again. I'm so excited about today's episode. How are you doing, by the way? I hope you're having a wonderful day.
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I was thinking about this topic just last week. I was at the airport and I realized airports can be really stressful if you don't know what to say in English.
Oh, absolutely. I've been in that situation too. You're standing at the check-in counter and your mind just goes blank. You don't know the right words to use. It's a little scary, right?
It really is, but that's exactly why we're here today. Today's topic is all about how to talk in English at the airport when you're ready to travel abroad.
Yes, and by the end of this episode, you'll be able to check in for your flight, go through security, ask for help at the airport, and even handle problems like a delayed flight, all in English.
That's right. We're going to cover real phrases, real conversations, and real situations that you'll actually use. This is practical English, not textbook English.
I love that. We always want to give you English you can actually use in your life. So here's a question for you, our listeners. Have you ever been to an international airport? Write in the comments and tell us. We'd love to know where you've traveled.
Yes, please do. And while you're there, make sure you hit that subscribe button for EasySpeak Daily so you never miss one of our episodes. We put out new content regularly, and we don't want you to miss a single one.
All right, let's get started. Grab a pen and paper if you can, and get ready to learn some really useful airport English. Here we go.
Okay, so let's start from the very beginning. You arrive at the airport. The first thing you need to do is check in. This is where you give your ticket and passport, and they give you your boarding pass. So what do you actually say?
Right. The most basic structure is really simple. You say, I'd like to check in for my flight to city or country. That's it. Subject, I, verb, would like to check in, and then the details.
Let's try some examples. I'd like to check in for my flight to London. I'd like to check in for my flight to New York. I'd like to check in for my flight to Dubai. See? Easy.
And if you have your booking reference or ticket number ready, you can say, here is my booking reference, or here is my passport, or my name is your name. Simple, short sentences work best at the airport.
Now, the agent might ask you some questions. Don't worry, these questions are always the same. They'll ask, did you pack this bag yourself? Always say, yes, I did. Or window or aisle seat. A window seat is next to the window. An aisle seat is next to the walkway.
Oh, that's such a good point. I always forget to say which seat I want, and then I end up in the middle. So practice saying, I'd prefer a window seat, please. Or, can I have an aisle seat, please? The word please always helps.
Exactly. Now, here's another important one. If you have checked baggage, that means a suitcase you want to put under the plane, you say, I have one bag to check, or I have two suitcases. They might ask, how many bags are you checking in today?
And if your bag is too heavy, they'll say something like, your bag is over the weight limit. Don't panic. Just say, I'm sorry, can I remove something? Or, is there an extra fee? The word fee means money you have to pay.
Now, let me ask you something, listeners. Can you say this sentence out loud right now? I'd like to check in for my flight, please. Say it out loud. Don't be shy. The more you say it, the more natural it becomes.
That's right. Speaking out loud is so important. Now, here's a quick practice question for you. Write this in the comments. I'd like to check in for my flight to blank. Fill in the blank with a city you want to visit someday. We'd love to see your answers.
Oh, that's a great activity. I want to visit Tokyo. So I'd say, I'd like to check in for my flight to Tokyo. What about you?
I'd say Paris. I'd like to check in for my flight to Paris. Beautiful. Okay, so to summarize this section, use I'd like to check in, mention your destination, have your passport ready, and don't forget to ask for your preferred seat. Simple and clear.
Great. So you've checked in and you have your boarding pass. Now comes the next step. going through security. This is where you put your bags through a scanner and walk through a metal detector. And yes, you might need to talk to the security officers.
Security can feel a bit stressful, but the phrases are actually quite simple. The officers will usually tell you what to do, but you might need to ask questions too. For example, do I need to remove my laptop? Or should I take off my shoes? These are totally normal questions.
Right. And if they stop you, don't panic. They might say, "Please step to the side," or "Can you open your bag, please?" Just be calm and say, "Of course," or "No problem." These short responses are very helpful.
Now, after security, you need to find your gate. A gate is where you board. That means get onto the plane. Your boarding pass will have a gate number, like gate 12 or gate B4. But sometimes you're not sure where to go, so you need to ask.
This is where so many learners feel nervous, but asking for directions in an airport is actually quite easy. You can say, "Excuse me, where is gate 12?" Or, "Excuse me, how do I get to the departure lounge?" The departure lounge is the big area where you wait for your flight.
And there are also information desks in every airport. You can go there and say, "Excuse me, I need some help." Or, "Can you tell me where my gate is?" The staff are trained to help travelers, so don't be afraid to ask.
Let's do a quick comparison, formal versus informal. In formal English, you say, "Could you please direct me to gate 14?" In informal English, you say, "Hey, where's gate 14?" Both work at the airport, but the formal version sounds more polite, especially when speaking to staff.
That's such a useful tip. And here's something else. Most airports have signs everywhere. If you see the word departures, that's where you go to catch your flight. Arrivals is where people come when they land. Baggage claim is where you pick up your suitcase after the flight.
Now, here's your practice activity. Try saying these sentences out loud. "Excuse me, where is my gate?" "Could you help me find the departure lounge?" "Where is the baggage claim?" Say each one 3 times. The more you repeat, the more confident you'll feel.
And listeners, here's our second comment challenge. Write in the comments, "Excuse me, where is..." Fill in the blank with something from the airport. Maybe the restaurant, the restroom, or the information desk. Let us know what you wrote.
I love that. Okay, one more situation in this section. What if your gate has changed? This happens sometimes. You can go to a staff member and say, "Excuse me, my boarding pass says gate 5, but the screen says gate 9. Which is correct?" The staff will always help you sort it out.
Great job. So in this section, we learned how to get through security, how to ask for directions at the airport, and the key vocabulary: gate, departure lounge, arrivals, departures, and baggage claim. These words will make your airport experience so much easier.
All right, now you're at your gate and you're waiting for your flight. This part of the airport experience has its own vocabulary and phrases too. Let's go through the most important ones.
When it's time to board the plane, you'll hear an announcement. The speaker will say something like, "We are now boarding flight AB123 to London. Please have your boarding pass and passport ready." Your job is to listen carefully and get in line.
And the staff at the gate will check your boarding pass. They'll scan it and say, "Have a nice flight." You can simply say, "Thank you," or "Thanks so much." Short and friendly.
But sometimes there are delays. A delay means your flight is late. This can be really frustrating. If you need information, go to the gate staff and say, "Excuse me, is my flight delayed?" Or, "Can you tell me when we'll be boarding?" These are perfectly polite questions.
And the staff might say, "Your flight is delayed by 2 hours," or "We'll make an announcement soon." If you need to change your plans, you can say, "I have a connecting flight. Will I make it?" A connecting flight is a second flight you need to catch after the first one.
Oh, I've been in that situation. It's so stressful. The key is to stay calm and communicate clearly. Use simple sentences. Don't try to explain everything, just say the main problem. My connecting flight is at 3 p.m. My current flight is delayed. Can you help me?
That's perfect. Simple and direct. Now, once you're on the plane, there are a few more phrases to know. The flight attendant might ask, "Can I help you with your bag?" Or, "Would you like something to drink?" Your answers can be, "Yes, please," or "No, thank you," or "Could I have water, please?"
And if you need help during the flight, press the call button and say, "Excuse me, could I have a blanket, please?" Or, "Excuse me, I'm not feeling well. Can you help me?" Flight attendants are there to help you, so always feel comfortable asking.
Let's practice the politeness tips. First, always start with "excuse me" when talking to staff. Second, always use "please" at the end of a request. Third, always say "thank you" after you receive help. These 3 habits will make you sound very polite in English.
I love that. Excuse me, please, and thank you. 3 magical words. And here's your comment challenge number 3. Write this in the comments. Excuse me, could I have blank, please? Fill in what you'd ask for on a flight. Maybe water, a pillow, or extra napkins.
Oh, I'd ask for coffee. "Excuse me, could I have a coffee, please?" What about you?
Definitely water. Excuse me, could I have some water, please? Perfect. All right, so in this section, we covered boarding vocabulary, dealing with delays, and speaking politely to flight attendants on the plane. You're doing amazing.
Now, let's talk about common mistakes. And honestly, we've both made some of these mistakes ourselves, right? Don't feel bad. Making mistakes is how you learn. But let's help you avoid the most common ones.
Mistake number 1 is saying, "I want to go to gate 5," instead of, "Excuse me, could you tell me where gate 5 is?" The first version sounds a bit rude. In English, especially when asking for help, we don't usually start with "I want." It can sound demanding.
Why does it sound demanding? Because in English, polite requests use phrases like "could you," "can you," or "would you mind?" These phrases show respect. Think of it this way. You're asking someone a favor, so you want to sound friendly and polite.
Exactly. So instead of "I want gate 5, say, "Excuse me, could you tell me where gate 5 is?" Or even simpler, "Excuse me, where is gate 5? Much better.
Mistake number 2, saying "I didn't understand" and then stopping. This happens a lot. Someone speaks to you and you don't understand, so you just say nothing. Or you say, "I didn't understand," and walk away. But there are better ways to handle this.
Yes, you can say, "I'm sorry, could you repeat that?" Or, "I'm sorry, could you speak more slowly, please?" Or even, "I'm sorry, I don't understand. Could you write it down?" These phrases are so useful and very natural.
I remember one time I just nodded and said yes to everything because I didn't understand the gate agent, and then I went to completely the wrong gate. Don't do that. It's okay to say, "I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Can you repeat that?"
Mistake number 3, using airport and airfield interchangeably. In everyday conversation, we always say airport. An airfield is a small, old-fashioned term. Always say airport. Also, some learners say héliport. That's the French word. In English, it's airport. One word.
Mistake number 4, saying "I'm going to make a trip" instead of "I'm going on a trip." This is a very common mix-up. In English, we go on a trip. I'm going on a trip to Paris. We don't make a trip. We take a flight. I'm taking a flight to Tokyo.
These small word choices make a big difference. So to recap, say go on a trip, say take a flight, say airport, and always use polite request phrases like could you and excuse me. You're not being weak by being polite, you're being smart.
And remember, everyone makes mistakes. Even native English speakers use the wrong word sometimes. The important thing is that you try, you communicate, and you keep learning. Mistakes don't mean failure, they mean progress.
Here's your comment challenge number 4. Write in the comments, "I'm going on a trip to blank." Tell us where you want to go. Let's see how many different cities and countries we can collect in the comments. And don't worry about being perfect. Just try.
All right, it's time for our favorite part,
Interactive practice. This is where you get to choose the correct sentence. I'll give you two options, and you think about which one is better. Ready? Let's go.
Situation 1. You arrive at the check-in counter. Which is better? Option A, I want to check in. Option B, I'd like to check in for my flight, please. Think about it.
The answer is option B. I'd like to check in for my flight, please. It's polite, it's clear, and it gives the agent the information they need. Option A works, but sounds a bit flat and casual.
Situation 2. You can't find your gate. Which is better? Option A, where is gate 7? Option B, excuse me, could you tell me where gate 7 is, please? Both are understandable, but option B is more polite and sounds more natural to the airport staff.
Situation 3. Your bag is heavy and you're worried about the weight limit. Which is better? Option A, my bag is heavy. Option B, excuse me, I'm a little worried my bag might be overweight. Is there anything I can do? Option B shows you're being proactive and polite about the situation.
Situation 4. You didn't hear what the flight attendant said. Which is better? Option A, what? Option B, I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please? Option A might seem rude in English. Option B is polite, clear, and respectful. Always go with option B.
Situation 5. Your flight is delayed and you want information. Which is better? Option A, my flight is delayed. Tell me when it leaves. Option B, excuse me, could you give me an update on flight AB123, please? I'm not sure when it will depart. Option B is the clear winner.
Great job! Now here's your challenge. Create your own airport sentence and write it in the comments. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just try. Maybe something like, excuse me, where is the restroom? Or, I'd like to request a vegetarian meal. Whatever comes to mind.
We love reading your sentences in the comments. You're all doing so well. And remember, the goal isn't to sound exactly like a native speaker. The goal is to communicate clearly and confidently. Real conversation always beats a perfect script.
Absolutely. Every sentence you say in English, even an imperfect one, is a win. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. So speak up, make mistakes, and keep going. That's the key to real progress.
Wow, what an amazing episode. I can't believe how much we covered today. Let's do a quick recap of everything you've learned. You now know how to check in at the airport, how to ask for your preferred seat, and what to say at the check-in counter.
And we covered 3 main areas. Area 1, check-in phrases. I'd like to check in for my flight to London. I have 1 bag to check. I'd prefer a window seat, please. Area 2, navigation and security. Excuse me, where is gate 12? Should I take off my shoes? Could you repeat that, please?
And Area 3, at the gate and on the plane. Is my flight delayed? I have a connecting flight. Can you help me? Excuse me, could I have some water, please? These phrases will help you in every part of the airport experience.
I want you to think about this. A year ago, maybe you couldn't say any of these phrases in English. And now, you can. That's real progress. Every step you take in learning English makes you stronger and more confident.
Here's a little reflective question for you. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine you're walking through a big international airport. You're calm, you're confident, you know exactly what to say. That's where you're heading with every episode of EasySpeak Daily.
And here is your final comment challenge for today. Tell us in the comments, what is the one phrase from today's episode that you want to practice most? Write it down. Committing to one phrase is a great first step.
And don't forget, if you enjoyed today's episode, please hit the like button. Share this with a friend who is also learning English. And most importantly, subscribe to EasySpeak Daily so you get every new episode the moment it comes out.
We make these episodes just for you, to help you speak English with confidence, in real life, in real situations. Your support means the world to us. Keep practicing, keep trying, and remember, every day you learn is a day you grow.
We'll be back very soon with another amazing topic. Until then, keep speaking English every single day, Even one sentence is enough. You've got this.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today on EasySpeak Daily. We love every single one of you. Keep learning, keep smiling, and we'll see you next time.